It's time for Down on the Corner with Dale Hoffman, North Arkansas's premier news talk program. Brought to you by Brewed Awakening Coffee, with 3 locations to serve you. Baxter Regional Medical Center lobby, Highway 62 412 at Balmer Boulevard, and the Walmart East Plaza. And now, Down on the Corner.
Good morning, North Central Arkansas, Southern Missouri. It is Friday, June 29th, 2018 at 7 a.m. And once again, it's Friday!
Woohoo!
With a holiday next week right in the middle. So, wow. 2 days off, work 2 days, take another one off.
Come back next week, it'll be July.
Yep.
Kind of scary thought.
It is.
Going too quick.
Halfway through the year.
Yeah.
Yep, halfway through the year. Can you believe it? Wow. June just came in lickety-split. So, how you guys doing today, Jerry?
Good.
Yeah?
I'm just glad they turned the oven up in June. So
Boy, they did.
get a little summertime air.
They
Makes
didn't
you
turn it
appreciate
up. They put it on broil.
Yeah.
Saute. Man, I mean, did you see I was telling Jerry, did you see that radar stop out of St. Louis last
No.
night? Man, it
I
was.
heard you guys talking about it, but I didn't.
Well, I was piddling around the house. I'm going to play music for the Mountain Home class of 1978 on Saturday night, so I'm getting some equipment set up. And KMOV, which is Channel 4 in St. Louis, the station I used to watch when I lived there, was on live, and they're talking about the Metro East, which means Illinois side of the river. So I pulled up the radar on Channel 3. You don't get the radar anywhere in the country on Channel 3. And north of I-70 was this big, I mean, everything was red. It was red. And so Highland, Illinois, Collinsville, Illinois, Belleville, Fairview Heights, Cahokia, man, they got pounded. So I put on there, praying for my friends in Illinois. And they said they had some damage. They had issued a couple of tornado warnings for St. Clair and I think Madison counties in Illinois in the Metro East area. And then my cousin said later, we're going to get a storm. And it was in Carbondale. That's like 80 or 90 miles south of there. Man, they had some damage.
I'll be darned.
Yeah. But yet they got a heat advisory again, so go figure. But
That's how it works.
And I think Centerville, Illinois, they had some flooding in some streets and stalled out some cars. But wow. Anyway, 'tis summer in the Midwest. Heat, rain, storms, you name it, we can get it.
Hurricanes, whatever you want.
Whatever. I mean,
Pick it.
Yeah.
Say the only thing is would bring pleasure to them, and they don't have it, if they woke up after all this mess and had some Brewed Awakening coffee.
Speaking of which,
They could clean up their mess.
See, there you go. They'd have all the energy in the world. They'd be
Scooter, you had not got here yet, but it's oozing out of the cup through the bottom, I guess. And this is it's stuck to the.
It's melting the cup is what it's doing.
Do you wash that cup?
Every day.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, every day. Take it right there, wash it up.
Y'all
real good,
just
and
let
it's
it go
stuck.
about a month, see what happens.
It grows hair.
Get some good
Yeah,
charbroiled coffee in there, man.
We're enjoying Brewed Awakening coffee here at the studio. I think even Jack Fortner's got a cup of coffee over there. So be sure to check them out. They got 3 locations. Excuse me, Mountain Home.
I think that's why he looks like he's starting to sweat.
3 locations. Baxter Regional Medical Center lobby, of course, Barber Boulevard and 62 East Plaza out by Anytime Fitness. Brewed Awakening Coffee is the best coffee in town. Don't take my word for it. Try them out. And you stop by here. We got some in the pot right here. Walk in the front door behind the cameras and help yourself. Come on in and join the fun. Anyway, Brewed Awakening Coffee. If you're not drinking Brewed Awakening, you're just drinking muddy water. Right?
What's Scooter drinking today?
Nothing.
Can't tell, can you?
Can't see it, man.
I hit it.
He hit it.
Oh,
He
boy.
must have smart water.
No, I don't have smart water. I got a McDonald's cup.
Oh,
I'll
that's
let
right.
you
He's got
guess
iced
what's
tea or
in it.
something in it. Morning prayer brought to you by Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas. With all our respect, Roller Funeral Homes, the amount of professionalism and the dignity that they can perform their duties is just amazing. Roller Funeral Homes across the state of Arkansas. When the need arises, Roller Funeral Homes. And let's pause now for our morning prayer. Heavenly Father, more anger, another shooting, and more people dead. Lord, our society is one of revenge and hatred. If we don't get our way, we throw a fit. Even members of Congress calling for the harassment of Trump supporters. Lord, we're not in 3rd grade anymore. We're adults in the real world. We're not fighting over marbles or bicycles. Lord, it's time we started growing up, accepting reality, and working to make this country strong. And we want every citizen to be successful. And that's my prayer today. Amen.
Amen.
Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas bring morning prayer each and every day with all our respect. Roller Funeral Homes.
Man, I got something on that. Me and my daughter, we were driving around, just casual talk. I'm like, you're 15 now. I said, if you want to go to one of these big time concerts, pick somebody and let's go. I said, you get an age, you need to go to a concert. You know, she said there's a couple she'd like to see, but she's scared of getting shot if she goes to a concert. And she's not a sissy either, so it's
No,
not
she's
just
not.
her not saying that. That's that whole generation way of thinking. That's just sad, man.
It is.
It's good to know that they're comfortable here in their own town.
Yeah,
But at the same part, it's sad that, they're scared to
that they
venture
even
off and
think
see
about
those
it.
things. Yeah, that would be something they'd have to worry about.
Yeah,
It's something else.
that's where we're at.
It sure is. Greg's Farm Services brings you morning weather each and every day. On the farm, in the home, in the community, Greg's Farm Services. They continue with the garden cart for $20 off.
Well, I'm not saying anything.
Not saying
about
anything
that.
else about that.
We're done with that
We're done with
garden
that
cart.
One of these days I'll get a garden
Yeah, I
cart.
believe it.
3-pack of 7 Dust is $10.99. Restraining cone, all sizes 15% off. Wasp and hornet spray available. You've got cotton burr compost available for $6.49. The Flex-Rite garden hose, 50-foot length for $19.99. And so Greg Farm Services, around the home, on the farm, in the community, Greg Farm Services. And both in Mountain Home and Midway. Power shop here in Mountain Home with the feed store and the main store out at Midway, just right around by the airport.
And the Spirit 76 sale going on. Everything red, white, and blue up till
Oh,
July
that's right.
4th. You pay 76%.
Very good.
That's awesome.
Price.
We are showing 72 degrees right now in Mountain Home. We've got 74 at Harrison, 71 at Hardy, 72 in Mountain View, 74 at Yellville, 72 at Marshall and Calico. And we were talking about that storm. It's 70 in St. Louis. And some of the friends there that live at Swansea, Illinois said, we haven't seen it this bad in a long time. Now, I've seen some bad storms in my day living in St. Clair County, Illinois, which is the next county east on I-64 once you cross the river. It was pretty bad up there. 70 degrees at St. Louis, 71 at Poplar Bluff, 75 at Branson, 73 at West Plains. Heat wave at Watford City, North Dakota, they're waking up to 59 degrees above zero today.
Almost going to have to use the air conditioner.
Yeah, well, it'll be
Another
a short
20
fuse today.
degrees,
Yeah.
they'll get there.
Wow. I'm going to click on this. I'm going to reduce this scooter so we can catch this. This is the severe outlook for Friday. Now, we've been hearing about heat indexes and heat warnings and excessive heat warnings. According to Weather Nation right here, as you can see the graphics on your screen right there, Arkansas does have a chance from basically Hardy east over as far as about Jackson, Tennessee, the entire state of Mississippi and part of Alabama with some severe weather today. I'm going to refresh that and just make sure I'm barking up the right tree here. I hate for this to be, there it is. You can see Rapid City, North Dakota, Bismarck, Minneapolis, up in that part, northwest Iowa, they have a severe outlook. That's a slight risk there, marginal for in the green areas, but still, rain is rain.
Yeah.
I was over at Baxter Regional Medical Center and went out to the parking lot and got in. And of course, you've got the reflective heat. You've got the dashboard thermometers. It was reading 107. Thought, well, that's reflective. It'll cool off. Well, it by the time I got to Highway 5 South going home, it was 101, and I'm doing 35.
See, it cooled off.
It cooled off. Yeah.
101.
By the time I got home, it was 98.
That's sad when you're cooling down and it reaches 101. I understand.
Oh, the national radar. We've got showers moving out of North Dakota into northern Minnesota. Then we have shower activity mainly in Mississippi and southeast Arkansas. I'm going to run down to the Jackson, Mississippi, and we'll pick that up. Line of showers. This is the remnants of what went through the St. Louis area last night. I've tracked this thing all the way down, and this is what's left of what went through the St. Louis, Belleville, Illinois area last night.
Still got some red pockets in there,
They've
but
got
it seems
some
to
red pockets
break
in.
up a lot compared, so that's good.
But you know what I don't understand about this weather pattern? I was watching Abby Dyer on Channel 3, and they talk about the high pressure. You get the high pressure right over Arkansas, and it's like the old tire pump where it just presses that air down where it won't cool off at night enough to keep the heat indexes down for the next day. So we've got this double barrel high moving kind of northeast. They track off like towards Kentucky and Indiana, but yet, in the forecast for Springfield and Harrison and Mountain Home and surrounding areas, there was nothing about any rain until about Sunday or Monday. and then all of a sudden these storms just blossom over the St. Louis area. It's weird. But anyway, this is the remnants of that storm that went through, and it's just south of Jackson, Mississippi. In Arkansas, we're going to at that Little Rock stop. You can see remnants of that storm in southeast Arkansas. Most generally, though, your highways are clear. Highway 62, 412 east and west. Highway 65 north-south, Little Rock, Branson. Going to Batesville from Little Rock on 167, it's clear right now. Going to Poplar Bluff and on to St. Louis on Highway 67, it's clear at this time. Interstates 30, 40, 49, 55, and 555 are all clear at this time in Arkansas. In Missouri, I don't see anything there. Even after all that last night, I hit the St. Louis stop, and it's pretty well clear. I-70, I-44, 55 coming into St. Louis. I-64 east, I-70 east looks good. Southwest Missouri, Kansas City area, you can see I-70 is clear all the way to Columbia from KC. Then you've got Tulsa, Joplin, Springfield, Lebanon. They've got that radar intensity pulled up really, really tight. So anyway, forecast, hot, hot, hot. Here's your forecast right here. This is the heat advisory map. Where it's orange is a heat advisory. Where it's the pinkish red, what color would you call that? Purplish color there, Scooter? That is your extreme heat warning, extreme heat watch. And you can see all of Illinois is in that. Chicago, Cleveland, Ohio is in that. Fort Wayne, Indiana goes all the way up into Wisconsin and follows the mainly the farmland right there. You can see it comes down into the Delta, the cotton area, the soybean, the rice areas in Arkansas. West central Missouri, Kansas City, all the way down to about Joplin, Springfield. So Midwest is kind of hot. Take a look at this. Vermont, is that Vermont and New York?
Yeah.
Under a heat advisory. Be yet Pennsylvania and Ohio and New Hampshire and places like that or not. It just depends on where. Ain't that weird? Heat advisory in New England.
Like everything.
Must be hitting
east.
75 up there.
Yeah.
But you know the funny part is he's going to consider this statement as a forecast. Did you notice that, Jerry?
Okay, we'll get to the official.
He was going to stop with that.
Well, here we go. Today, hot. Tomorrow, hot. Sunday, hot. Monday, hot. Or not as hot.
Forecast.
I'm not saying any rain. I'll be darned.
I tried to warn you anyway. Jerry, what you got a community calendar? Community calendar brought to you by Affordable Housing, 741-2883. Yep. If you're having problems with your current housing, call them. Fine folks will help you out. 870-741-2883, Affordable Housing.
All right, today is the big world-renowned Red, White, and Blue Festival. It kicks off with the parade at 5:30 on the downtown square. That's this evening.
And I don't have to drive the parade anymore.
And after the parade, you go on down to the event place there at the ASU College, and you can see a turtle race at 6 p.m. If you've never witnessed a turtle race,
you have.
You need to get out there.
And if you never heard anybody call a turtle race, watch yesterday's show. We had Jerry doing it.
And that'll be the last time in my life that I ever even pretend to call one. But they're going to have concert tonight. There's going to be local favorites, Austin Poole, Lance Curtis Band, and Tyler, hope I don't butcher his name, Tyler Kinchlow.
I like that. Tyler, I hope I don't put your name, Kinslow.
Kinslow. And then the rodeo starts at 7:30. The pre-show starts at 7:30. That's the presenting the flag and riding around the arena. The rodeo kicks off at 8:30. Tickets are $8 for adults, $5 for kids. And gonna have the Saddle Club be there. This kind of small print here. There's going to be a rodeo clown. Scooter is his name, not this Scooter.
I'm about to say,
are you kidding me?
You didn't sign me up for nothing.
Come on.
I said right there, Mike Scooter Smith. So that's all tonight. And then tomorrow, Red, White, and Blue again. That's the big day. They're going to have third annual barbecue contest. They're going to have a rib eating contest. Red, White, and Blue V-Dubs will be there. red, white, and blue motorcycle show and fun run.
Awesome.
They're going to have Casey House tours. You're going to have a Truckin' Life truck show there, a 5K run. Folks, there's going to be vendors there. Yeah, it's going to be hot, so be sure to get hydrated today. You don't wait until the event and think I'm just going to guzzle 5 gallons of water. So go ahead and get hydrated today for tomorrow.
You bet.
Be a big show.
That it?
That's all you need to know right there.
There you go. The whole weekend right there. Community calendar brought to you by affordable housing. You can call them at 870-741-2883. We need to take a break. Coming up, Jack Fortner, State Rep, seat 99. Be right back.
Hello, I'm Charles Ferguson. Here at Mountain View Chevrolet, we still do business the old-fashioned way with honesty and integrity. And we have a good inventory of new Chevy cars, trucks, and SUVs from large to small. Our service department has all GM certified technicians, and our friendly salespeople are ready and eager to fit a car truck to your needs in a price range you can afford. We also have a lot full of pre-owned cars and trucks, program and new car trade-ins to choose from. So come see us at Mountain View Chevrolet.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Do you know where your money goes when you give to charity? At the Salvation Army, 85 cents of every dollar stays to help those in need in our local community. Hi, I'm Captain Spaulding. The money we raise help people in the surrounding 5 counties, including Baxter, Marion, Sharp, Izzard, and Fulton. You can help by donating your unwanted items and by shopping at the Salvation Army store. Those in need get assistance with rent, utilities, sending kids to camp, and many other things. When it comes to this charity, the Salvation Army always helps those in our community.
You've tried medications just cover up the pain, and you've tried dieting to help lose weight. Before you try something drastic like surgery to get rid of the numbness and tingling, why don't you try a better approach to health? Hi, I'm Dr. Charles Osgood, and at Mountain Home Family Chiropractic, we heal the whole person the natural way.
At Mountain Home Family Chiropractic, we take a hands-on approach to chiropractic care, massage therapy, and nutritional counseling. Our 20 years of service has led to successful results.
When I come in to see Dr. Osgood, sometimes after one adjustment, I have immediate relief. Sometimes it takes 4 or 5 adjustments.
I recommend Mountain Home Family Chiropractic because it really works and keeps me pain-free.
Mountain Home Family Chiropractic supports the community by donating to Mountain Home Food Basket and the Lions Club. Request an appointment with us today at Mountain Home Family Chiropractic. Excellence for your body and frame alignment.
You already know that Ferris mowers are the only mowers on the market with a patented spring suspension system, saving you time in the seat, less back stress, and a professional even cut every time. You already know that Mower Warehouse is the only area dealership that will accept your mower trade-in. But did you know that a truckload of discounted 2017 models just arrived at Mower Warehouse, allowing you the pleasure of saving hundreds of dollars on your next mower purchase of a new Ferris or Simplicity zero-turn machine? Come check out the parking lot sale at Mower Warehouse, located on Buzzard Roost in Mountain Home.
With a large 7:19, and we want to welcome to the studio and the set here our good friend Jack Fortner, who is seat 99 state representative, state of Arkansas. It's good to see you, sir.
It's good to be here.
Always good. You still doing the car show over at KTLO? Did I hear you on Saturday?
Every Saturday morning.
I
Jack
thought
the
I
car
heard
guy.
you the other day.
That's me.
How's that going?
I like it. I have a great time there. That's my other ego, you know, don't you know?
Yeah, the cars.
Jack
the car guy.
Yeah, I love that. I love it.
So if you had somebody gave you 100,000 cash and they said go buy your favorite muscle car, let's start at let's go back to say 1951 all the way through say 1975, and you could buy the muscle car of your choice. What are you gonna buy?
100,000 probably be a little light, but I think I'd like a 57 Corvette fuel injection.
Those are rare.
Yeah.
Can you still find them?
Yeah. I'll probably get one for 100. Yeah, get one for 100.
I don't know if you get it for 100. That may go up a little more.
I like those, and you know what though?
Was that on the 327 block?
No, it was a 283.
283, yeah. But, I've got a Motor Trend magazine with that feature where it's coming out. Even the Bel Air had that option.
Yeah.
The problem is they really couldn't get them to work that well.
Well, the fuel injection, the thing that makes them so rare now, you're right. They couldn't get them to work, and everybody took them off.
Yep.
Replaced them with 4-barrel or 2 4s, and then they threw them away because they were frustrated and they're not around anymore.
Well, and then Bendix had designed it for the Chrysler 300 on the Hemi instead of the 2 4-barrels. They went with that double injection thing, but they were trying to get a digital impulse that we have now that fires the injectors based off of tube type circuitry. It just didn't work. Bendix was they just finally threw their hands up and said, put carburetors on them. They didn't know what to do with
Well, up until that point, the only true fuel injection that really worked was on race cars, and it was direct injection.
Yeah.
And it was metered by pumps and jets.
And
that just work on a street-driven car.
So. I have what book is that? It talks about 1953. Of course, I'm a Chrysler guy. And Chrysler was invited to run some test laps in 1953 at Indianapolis. So I think it was a 331 Hemi. I think it was 331. And they just went out there, but it was alcohol injected.
Oh, I remember very clearly an option that you could buy. J.C. Whitney sold 1 million of them. It was called a turbo vapor injection, and all that was a pink container of alcohol, and you had a little plate you put under your carburetor.
So it went in under it was controlled by the vacuum,
and it just sucked it and sprayed it in there. You mixed a little alcohol and a little water.
What kind of alcohol?
I guess just pink. That's all I know. It was pink, and it cost more than rubbing alcohol, but it worked.
Wow, I didn't know that one.
Yep, turbo vapor injection. Stick with me, buddy. You'll learn.
I got a 1962-63 sales brochure on a Oldsmobile that had a rare feature like that. I have to show that. I don't even remember. I showed it to Michael Tucker down at Harold's Auto Parts. Very, very rare. But it's some type of injection process with a carburetor. I need to show you that. It's very interesting.
You know, you mentioned about that being a muscle car, and I would love one. And there's nothing like the sound and the torque and the feel. But do you know a good running turbocharged 4-cylinder today will outrun it?
Oh yeah.
And that I hate to say that. It just feels wrong, but the facts are the facts.
Well, you look at the Hemi. I've got the 392 2.4-barrel 1957 Hemi and a 57 Chrysler. Your horsepower per pound ratio is too high.
You think?
I mean, the bumpers on this car outweigh my vehicle currently.
Yeah.
But anyway, a lot of fun, some of that old stuff. Ain't it?
It is.
So what's going on in the state of Arkansas?
Well, we got a lot going on. I guess if you watch the news, you're pretty much aware we got a lot going on, but we got good stuff going on too. We've elected a new Speaker of the House.
Oh, who is that? I haven't heard.
Matthew Shepard.
I've not met him.
He was actually my seatmate, and he's a young guy. Our past Speaker stepped down. He took a job in industry.
Jeremy
Gillum, and he had been Speaker for a long, long time, and he's got a very young family, and he decided that he had to make a living. So he stepped down, and so Matthew was already selected by the body to be the incoming Speaker in 2019, and so we just had a special election and letting him fill the unexpired term. So that's good. He'll do a good job.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk a little bit about post-election, and this past primary, in my opinion, was divisive. It split Arkansas Republicans to the point where some that were with Jan Morgan said, well, I'm going to vote for Jared Henderson. Well, that's fine. Jared's a fine man, and he'd probably do a fine job. But while some are still after Governor Hutchinson over Arkansas Works, and we know we've got the mandate out of the Obamacare and there's no tax penalty anymore. Thank goodness got rid of that. That's just kind of gone by the wayside. But when you look at what the governor has accomplished, especially in education and agri, those two right there, to me, that's worth another term.
You know what, Dale? You guys alluded to it a little bit earlier about the mean spirit.
Yeah.
That seems to be prevalent,
Mm-hmm.
prevalent in our society. I think that's just part of it.
Really?
I do. People, it's not so much that they're, if you know, the reason they're going to vote for Ace's opponent is not because he's not doing a good job. It's because they're terribly bad losers.
We've seen that before.
You know, we were taught as a child. I was taught as a child. Play the best you can, win good and lose good.
Mm-hmm.
People don't know how to lose good. They don't know how to be. Why would you spite what you believe in just to get even or to hurt someone? Why would you do that?
Well, then who's the congresswoman that's saying to harass all Trump supporters if you see them in a restaurant or wherever,
Yeah.
a ball game?
Yeah.
That is ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Why can't we just...
And I think you and I have talked before, and I don't know if I've publicly made a statement, but being a politician, I guess a public...
You're a public servant.
Yep.
You represent...
You know what I call it? A public target.
Yeah.
You wouldn't believe, well, maybe you guys would,
Mm-hmm.
some of the emails, tweets, text messages, phone calls that I get.
And they're hateful.
They're very mean-spirited. And it bothers my wife a little bit. Well, actually, it bothers her a lot when they say they want to kill me. And I'm not...
Over what?
Anybody that knows me at
What'd you
all...
do, buy a Firestone tire instead of a Goodyear? I mean,
anybody
come on.
that knows me at all would never make a statement like that, because I'm not that kind of person. But I get it, and I'm just a little guy. Can you imagine what national politicians get? But I think the social media has taken the constraints off of people. You know, we've got this anonymity. I can email you under a name and say the most awful, hateful, mean-spirited things, knowing that you don't know who I am and there'll be no repercussions. And I think that's where a lot of it's coming from.
But let's go back to the 2014 campaign when I was a Curtis Coleman supporter in that primary. And after that primary, when Asa Hutchinson won that primary, we sat down and we talked. This is where I disagree.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And we're friends. I mean, Scooter was with the governor and I down at the Wolf House when the governor filmed the, what did we do? The announcement about the show. Remember that? Down at the Wolf?
Yeah, we did the intro thing.
We can disagree on certain subjects, but it doesn't mean that I'm going to threaten my governor because he disagrees with me or the attorney general or whoever it may be. Even Leslie Rutledge and I had an opinion on a matter that she was one way and I was the other. And it's okay. I've said my piece. I've moved on. And if I let the past affect my future, then we can't move on.
You're absolutely right. Absolutely. Yep. It tells what kind of a man or a woman you are, how you disagree. How you disagree.
Well, we were at a meeting one time with Attorney General Leslie Rutledge and Supreme Court Associate Justice Sean Womack. He says, you two are in the same room? I say, hey, I said my piece. She knows where I stand. But we agree on all these other things. So I disagree with one, and we agree on 9. Okay, let's move on.
You know what?
I said my piece. Let's go on.
You know what I find is a great healer, a great.
What's that?
If you sit down and eat with somebody. No, really.
Yeah.
Sit down and eat with someone.
Look, Jared Henderson, the Democrat nominee for governor, sat right there in that very chair. A fine gentleman.
Mm-hmm.
And more than likely, I'm going to disagree on some of his politics more than what I would with Governor Hutchinson. But that's my choice. But yet, we went over to Old Time Restaurant. We invited some of the Democrat supporters to come in and meet the candidate.
Mm-hmm.
and we had a nice meal.
You bet.
You know, some of the stuff I just don't understand.
You know something that we're going to do?
What's that?
I think it's scheduled now. It's still fluid. We are going to, as a body, as a legislative body, we're going to call ourselves together, and all of the committees, every committee, is going to sit down in, I think, the second or third week of August, and we're going to go through the books and review some of these antiquated laws that have been there forever and ever and ever, and see if we can't clean that up.
The 55-mile-an-hour speed limit, as I recall, Jack. Deanne Vault, what did she do? And we're still studying that one.
Yeah, and there's more. There's
I like Sammy Hagar. I can't drive 55.
No. There's some involving horses and spitting and walking.
Oh yeah.
I mean, stuff that needs to be off.
Some of the 1890s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were good for the time, but they're certainly not good now. We need space. Not to make new ones, just space.
Oh, man. Anyway, it is 7:31. We're visiting with Jack Fortner, State Rep, Seat 99. Time for a quick break. More with Jack right after this. With a large showroom of over 13,000 square feet, the Furniture Depot is your local choice for quality name brand furniture at prices anyone can afford. They carry a great selection of catnapper recliners, power recliners with lumbar support, and lift chairs. Check out Furniture Depot's variety of living room and dining room sets in various styles and designs. And don't forget about their mattress gallery featuring Serta, Symbol mattresses, and adjustable beds. Family owned and operated, that's Furniture Depot, located in the Ozark Shopping Center in Mountain Home.
Hi, I'm Ricky with Arch Trash Pickup. If anybody needs trash service in the area, please give us a call. Arch Trash Service is veteran owned, and I've been in the local area resident for over 20 years. I'll provide a better service than the other guys, and even provide front door service trash pickup for those that aren't able to take their trash to the curb. We'll also pick up almost anything and even provide free recycling. I am Ricky with Arch Trash Pickup, and please give me a call for all your trash service needs.
Our old burger was only 7 ounces, but now it's 8 with brioche bun and pickles. Comes with its own steak knife, it's really that big. Your best competition is always yourself. Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. Oh baby, Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. We're focused on one thing, burgers, ribs, fajitas. Just that one thing, burgers, ribs, and fajitas. We're reeling in our menu because it got out of hand. We had a moment of self-actualization. Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. Oh baby, Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detail services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
$7:34, and we're visiting with Jack Fortner, State Representative, Seat 99, and let's talk about the tax and tax reform. There's been all kinds of rumors that Governor Hutchinson wants to tax churches and this and that. Come on. What's the reality of this?
The reality of this is an election year. That's the reality of it.
I forgot.
Yeah,
that's a good answer, though. You got to admit.
Yeah. No.
The rumors shall fly.
Yeah. The tax the churches. No. Food tax? No. Cigarette tax, alcohol tax, that sounds good. You know how that is. I'm telling you guys, wait till 2019 and see how it shakes out.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's going to be some changes. I do. I think probably the maximum income tax rate is going to come down because there are lots of people that think we need that for our economy, to bring more business in. And whether that's true or not, that's the perception.
And I showed you that little thing with the debit card last time. We sat and talked privately. There's got to be a way to get more tax revenue coming in from people that are tourists in a sales tax rather than overtaxing the people who are trying to work here. You've got your income tax, personal property tax, real estate tax. Then you have a license fee. Always like the word fee.
Have you guys seen any of the numbers? I haven't. I should know. How's that new tax to finance that jail here in town? How is that working out as planned?
Yeah, they're working on the bids now.
But is it working out as planned? Are the tourists paying that? That was the deal. That's the reason it was for the time period that it was. It's from here to here.
I think it's too early though, because tourist season, really we're barely a month into tourist season.
Yeah, but it's already hitting off to be a good tourist season already. I mean, this early.
But we don't have the numbers until next
The numbers
month.
for May won't be here till July. July won't be here till September. I think it's a 2-year.
Well, see, that'll be telling, and that'll be interesting. There's a lot of people in the state
that are
watching this very program. That is progressive thinking. It is a tax, like, folks, we're going to tax you from here to here, and it's going to end, and we're going to let somebody else pay for your jail.
Yeah.
Well, whoo-hoo! Does that sound good?
If it works.
We'll see if it works.
Yep.
We'll see if
I
it
think
works.
it will. What, you think it will? It depends on the tourism.
It depends on the tourism. And I have never seen a tax ever that went from here to here to stopped. If it went from here to here and it was good, they say, well, let's just go just a little bit more. But
I think they put
hope,
it in the clause on this one. It has to stop on this one.
I hope it does. I mean, I do, and I hope it works, because that's a far-reaching, innovative. And Sheriff Montgomery, I don't know if he came up with that all by himself, but that's a good plan if it works.
Yeah, I think
it
will. Anyway, are Arkansans overtaxed?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we are.
I got to teasing, was it Teresa? I think it was Teresa Smith. I had not received a bill. At that time, I had a 75 Chrysler Cordoba that I had inherited. And I said, how much is the tax on it? It was like $4. Mm-hmm. And I said, so let's see, I can let this go for 4 years, and then you come confiscate the car so I can actually get rid of this thing. If I don't pay $16 in taxes.
Well, that Dale, that brings up a really interesting, valid point. Are we overtaxed? Yes. Do I want any new taxes? No. I don't. But you compare. There's some things that need to be adjusted. Yeah. They really do, and car tags are one of them.
Yeah.
Now, here I am speaking. It's obvious that I don't have an opponent this year. But no, I say what I say anyway. But here's the deal. Taxes that we pay, for example, are auto tags. You go to one of the coast states and you register your vehicles, you're going to pay $500, $600, $700.
Look what Illinois is wanting to do. They want to go to $500
in tags. Yeah. And what do we pay? 36 or 40.
I'm 27.
Well, really. Now I'm just saying.
Yeah.
We pay too much in some, and some of them just aren't realistic.
Well, Bill Clinton pulled that back in 1978.
I know, and it cost him.
And then Frank White got that governor's chair for 2 years.
Yeah.
And I even told Bill Clinton that one day. I caught up with him one time. Well, I was at that time People's Bank, and I said, Governor, I've got 3 cars. One I'm restoring, one I drive to work, and one that stays parked unless I travel. And the one I got hit with the $40 on is the one that hasn't been out of Baxter County in 10 years. Didn't think it through. So why don't you stair step it? New cars, and then 1 to 5, 5 to 10, 10 to 15, and after 15, basically nothing.
Yeah.
You know, stair step it.
I can see that on the tags, but here's the thing: you buy a car, you got to pay taxes on the car.
That kills you.
Then you got to turn around and pay personal property tax on that car every year from there on.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Which is just doesn't seem right.
You pay tax for buying the car. You
Yeah.
pay the fee for. You've got a title transfer fee. You got a license fee. You got to
Yeah.
register.
And now
you gotta pay
then I
tax.
got to keep paying taxes every year on that same car.
Yep.
That don't make any sense.
So
well, it makes sense if you're the tax collector.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I know what you're saying. It
Yeah.
it's not. It isn't right.
It's like you're getting taxed multiple times on the
You
same
are.
thing, and
You
it
are.
just doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Yeah. Sales tax to buy it, personal
Yeah.
property tax to own it, license fee, let alone all the insurance cost on it.
So if they want to say we're paying less for our tags, well, they're getting it back on taxes each year. So personal property.
And then you park it in your garage in the house you say you own, and you pay taxes for owning the house. You know, it's just,
Yeah.
you know. Anyway, you know, tax
is what it
reform
is.
is an issue next year, isn't it?
It
Yeah.
is. It is. And
But do you ever feel like you got mortar marks on your head from hitting it against the brick wall, just trying to figure things out? You've got X amount of dollars coming in. You've got 140 ways for it to go. I mean, you can only generate so much.
I am extremely proud. I love the fact that we have to have a balanced budget.
Yeah.
We start as everybody should. We start our budget process from what our projected income, what we think we're going to have. Then we don't spend by law, by constitution. We can't budget more than that. Now that's good. That makes you, most states have everybody submit their monies, what they want. They lay that out and then they try to find it. That's why so many states are in such awful problems.
look
We
at
start the
Illinois.
other way. You look at Illinois. Look at Chicago.
Well,
If
a
it
lot
wasn't
of
for
that
Chicago,
stuff is-
Illinois would be a successful state.
Yeah, it would. Yeah.
But anyway,
Give Chicago
we
to
start,
Wisconsin
we
or
start the
Michigan.
other way, and then we apportion it out. Everybody gets a piece of the pie, and when it comes down to the end, the discretionary money gets pretty slim.
Wow.
That's how we do it, and I like that. It's hard to do, but I like it.
Okay, I'm going to be devil's advocate here, and I'm going to get probably some phone calls over this. We've talked about this before. Ever so often, Arkansas Democrat Gazette will list the top highest paid state employees. The number one state employee is the football coach at University of Arkansas. The second is the basketball coach. And then I think it comes down to DHS or Department of Education, but it's DHS or Johnny Key, somebody in there. Some pretty good money. Okay, if you're paying the football coach, say, I forget what his salary was. It cost us $15.1 million for the coach to leave, the football coach to leave. It cost us $15.1 million. Yet you've got kids going to University of Arkansas or Arkansas State, and they're in debt $70, $80, $90, $100,000 for an education. But yet we'd say, well, that's a state-supported school. So if we're paying tuition, why do they get tax dollars? Then they say, well, all of the football coaches' salary doesn't come from that. It comes from television revenues and ticket sales. Where's the transparency? I want to see how much tax dollars is going to U of A and going to Arkansas State University. If they're charging my kids X amount of money to go there, why are they getting tax money? It seems like it's a business type proposition, because the more tickets you sell, the more money you make. Whether it's football, baseball, basketball. See what I'm saying? I don't understand the process here on the universities. How's that work? What's that?
Well, the coach's salary isn't paid by the taxpayers.
Then why is he listed as a state employee? He's listed.
His benefits are.
See, that's where it gets confusing. I don't understand.
Now that's what they tell me.
Really? And see, I hear
you
this
call
all the
for
time.
transparency,
Well,
and see, I see all of it. I see the break during the budget that we just went through.
Yeah.
There were pages from the university system. Pages, and we're supposed to look down those line items, and I looked at every one of them to see where they, you know I did. Not exactly, but I looked at the big numbers at the end.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's very,
I
and
know.
we're the ones that's responsible to you all for doing it, but it is hard to do.
And see, a lot of people don't
It's
understand, well,
hard.
why is my son or daughter $170,000 in debt to the University of Arkansas when they get X amount of dollars from taxpayers to do what they're doing? Are they making twice the amount of money to give half of the services back to the state? You know what I'm saying? So I was just wondering, you know. But, you know, and it's funny because the Arkansas Democrat, the highest paid state employees, you know, boom, football coach, basketball coach. Then you come up to DHS, Department of Education, all this stuff, and you're looking at millions of dollars. And when the football coach left, it was 15.1 buyout on his contract. Who paid that?
I know, it was embarrassing. It was embarrassing to me, and I was ashamed to do. I was personally. I was.
So, time for a break. 7:46. Visiting with Jack Fortner, State Rep, Seat 99. Be right back.
Why would I recommend Hospice of the Ozarks? Because I know the people that work there, I know their hearts, and I know that their desire is to help people with the suffering and the anxiety and the things that can come with either terminal diagnosis or a terminal condition. We want them to have a peace of heart and to have a comfort and to know that someone's there to help them through that so they can enjoy the time that they have.
If you want the best breakfast or lunch in the Twin Lakes area, then you've got to come to the Old Time Restaurant. Voted the best breakfast and lunch for 2011, the Old Time Restaurant not only gives you the Southern hospitality right when you walk in the door, they also offer scrumptious breakfast options to curb that early morning appetite. Or stop in later in the day for a tasty sandwich, salad, or a daily special. If a sweet tooth is your guilty pleasure, you can't go wrong with the Pie Lady cooking out over 30 different types of pies. That's the Old Time Restaurant located on the square in Mountain Home.
Do you ever feel like your butt's dragging and you could really use a lift? Ozark Diesel Off-Road. Ozark Diesel Off-Road has been installing lifts for over 25 years. They specialize in all your off-road vehicle needs, from general repairs such as engine diagnostics, clutch and brake repair, to custom fabrication like axle gears and lockers, leveling and suspension kits, and everything in between. So if your vehicle could really use a lift, head to Ozark Diesel Off-Road, located at 5051 Highway 62 East, or give them a call at 870-425-LIFT. Nemus Pizza in Gassville, Arkansas is your home for national and international award-winning pizza. Nemus Pizza offers artisan-made award-winning pizza with only the freshest and finest of ingredients. Each pizza is made from scratch and hand-tossed at the time you place your order. And also check out their calzone strombolis, an oven-baked folded pizza stuffed with your choice of meat. Sauce can be on the side or included inside at your request. Nemus Pizza in Gassville, Arkansas, your home for award-winning pizza.
Hello, I'm Charles Ferguson. Here at Mountain View Chevrolet, we still do business the old-fashioned way with honesty and integrity. And we have a good inventory of new Chevy cars, trucks, and SUVs from large to small. Our service department has all GM certified technicians, and our friendly salespeople are ready and eager to fit a car truck to your needs in a price range you can afford. We also have a lot full of pre-owned cars and trucks, program and new car trade-ins to choose from. So come see us at Mountain View Chevrolet.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
It's 7:49. I pulled this up. I got this on the website. Top 10 highest paid state employees. And it says at that time, Brett Belima, Mike Anderson is football, and the basketball coach right here. And it shows a little past $3 million for Brett, and then a little over $2 million here at that time. This is 2013, because this is 5 years old, but still
Am I on that list?
Yeah, you're third, Jack.
That's what I thought. Come on now. I don't have my glasses on, but I thought I saw my name there.
Okay, I'm going to hit you with my famous question. You got the genie in the bottle. You get 3 wishes for 2019. You go into session probably middle to late February next year. The election will be over. Things are riding smooth for a while. 3 wishes for the state of Arkansas. What would they be?
Well, you know, that's a
tough one.
It is, but
yeah. First of all, let's talk about your district. You're what? Olive Boone?
All of Marion.
All of Marion.
A portion of Boone, a portion of Baxter, and a very small portion of Searcy.
Oh, I didn't know about Searcy. I forgot about that. Yeah. And I got the map sitting right back here.
You know what I would, if I could make it happen, I'd like for I'd like for the people in Arkansas to have real jobs, and I would like for people that haven't worked for generations to be able to work and come home so their little boys can see their daddy going off and in and out the door.
Mm-hmm.
You know, these little kids don't know what it is to see their dad go to work, and so what are they to do when they grow up? You know, they're going to model themselves after their dad, and so if dad doesn't work, you know, what's the deal there? I'd like to see everybody learn the joy of a good day's work. The joy of a good day's work.
There's a lot of self-gratification in that.
There is, but I'm counting 3 generations that haven't experienced that at some level, and that's sad. I'd like to be able to do that. I would like to I'd like to have our roads fixed from the counties, municipalities. You know, up here we complain and moan about our roads, but I'll tell you, if you want to run some roads that'll scare you to death, you go down in the Delta and to the south, where they're hauling crops in and out of those fields, and see those bridges they take those trucks across.
I know. Yeah.
It would scare you to death.
Same thing in southeast Missouri.
Yeah. No, it is. I'd like to see that taken care of, but see, all that'll take money.
Yeah. Lots of money.
Lots of money. And I would like to see state government slim down. I would like to see it very efficient. I would like for all the state employees to have pride in a job well done.
Mm-hmm.
I would.
Yeah.
Not that we don't have good employees now, but you know, you rise to the level of what people expect of you. And I think maybe our expectations of our state employees are not quite as high as what we want. You know, we don't think as highly of state employees as we should. And there's a lot of them really do an excellent job, and a lot of them just go to work.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'd like to see that.
You know, and I hate to
attitude
say
change.
this, but I see it, and of course we talk with Alicia Grannis, we talk with Dan Hall, and Charlie will come in. It seems like they're so complacent in the veterans areas. Like, well, we'll get to that one of these days. You got veterans out there suffering, you know, and we'll sit here and talk about it once a month. The red tape, and some of it's federal, some of it's state, but combined, there's a lot of red tape.
Dale, let me just make a plug. I have enough insurance and have provided for myself well enough that I can go anywhere I choose for my medical care. And do you know where I go? I go to the VA.
Really?
I do. And this facility here in Mountain Home, this clinic, I love those people over there. I do. They treat me with respect, me and everybody that's in there.
Is that the one just right over here?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Kindness, and they do a good job.
Good.
And I can't tell you why I like. And then I have occasion where I have to go to Little Rock, and you know, and that's less personal, but they do a very adequate job, and that's where I choose to go. Now I know there are lots of facilities around that aren't like this, and it needs to be changed.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a lot of good goes on, and we need to give them credit when there is.
Let's talk real quick. We've got about 6 minutes before we end the show here. Marion County, there's been some really good things go on. If I'm not mistaken, the governor had, was it the old Remington Arms at Lone Oak? They got kind of a jump start.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And with that restart of that, they needed a place to put the bullets, and so I think it's one of the plastics manufacturing in Flippin or Yellville in your
Flippin.
district.
Yep.
Picked up a good contract that added some jobs, so that's a big shot in the arm right there for Marion County.
Well, it is. I think the company's name is Sig Sauer. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. And
you got it.
Okay, and you think, well, the governor put another big plant down down around Little Rock. Well, it did. I mean, down.
But
in
it
that,
was existing. They didn't have to
it
spend
was
money
there.
to build it.
And they are employing people, but Microplastics got a contract out of that for the plastic loads or the packing.
Yeah, for the bullets.
Which really, and they hired extra people for that.
Yeah.
And that's a.
I heard overall, and I could be dead wrong, almost 200 jobs.
That's the number they're given.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm. And I know it helped Marion County.
And then with the feed mill going in right there on the 3-lane, they're even putting a railroad spur right there.
Yes, they are.
So now you've got railroad traffic, which could lead to more jobs for railroad. That's a good paying job. Then you got the feed mill, and that's tied with Tyson.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not just fly by the night type of deal. When you're dealing with Tyson, you're dealing with some longevity here.
It's going to be there a long time. It's a big
you wouldn't
money
be putting a railroad spur in, from ground up, laying the ties, laying the track to put that spur for it to just be between now and Christmas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they say that they're going to bring, they're saying 100 rail cars a month. Now, you hear everything. And to do that, they're going to have to switch them in and out of there pretty fast,
That's
and they're going to
day.
have their own little switch engine. And but it's a bulk processing plant. They're bringing bulk commodities in rail. They're going to mix it, make their formula, and send it out to their plants.
That's got to be an economic boom for that area. That's
it will
be.
Now they are the 40 people that they say that's going to be employed there. They'll probably bring 20 of their own, or maybe more. And people are saying, what's it going to be? Here's how it's going to benefit. It's going to benefit the schools.
Yeah.
It's going to benefit the tax base.
Sure it is.
It's just a good thing. It's a good thing.
I think so too.
So I'm
and you
excited.
got these nice little towns of Flippin and Yellville and Payette. It's just you've got a great place to live over there, and I can see a bright future right now for Marion County.
Mayor Sean Lane. There is a boy that's got a vision.
Yeah.
He's always trying to get something to come in there, something to go, something to do, and he's a fine young man, that Sean Lane.
No, I'm not familiar
with Sean Lane.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
What, mayor of
Yellville?
Yellville. Okay. Yeah. I'm not familiar. We'd like to meet him.
Yeah, he kind of stays under the radar, but he is a pusher to try to get. He was a major force in getting that feed mill in there.
That's good. That's good. I think that's going to be that's just a big plus. You can't overlook that. That's going to be so good. Plus that rail, if they're bringing in 100 a month, 100 cars.
That's what they're saying. Now,
so it's 3 a day.
They're going to have their own switch engine to do that.
Yeah.
It's going to have to be more than one rail.
Yeah.
They're going to have where they can move them. So I'm anxious. You hear
so many things. I'm anxious to see what's going on.
I had a lady call me the other day, and she is all fired up. She wanted to know why I let a prison be built out there for sex offenders with no public input. And I'm going, where is that? She says, out there where they're digging all that dirt. I heard that's going to be a giant prison.
That's classic.
Yeah. And I said, no.
It's a railroad side yard.
Yeah, I was able to help her with that.
One more minute, Jack. Final thoughts. Thanks for being here today, and we switched the schedule 14 times. Final thoughts.
I always enjoy being here. And I just tell people, if you have a problem with me or the state government or your neighbor or anybody, talk to them face to face. Be civil, but just talk to them. Find out there may not even be a problem. You may have heard there's a problem. See, like it's not a jail. Just talk and be kind to each other. And I want to say quickly, I am proud of the Arkansas baseball team. I am not.
Yeah.
Anybody that's criticizing them, shame on.
I was so disappointed on that drop fly ball.
I was disappointed.
All right, Hogs, you did great.
But the second best team in the whole country, that's pretty big stuff out of all the potential teams. So I say congratulations, guys. Hold your head up. Good job.
And with that, we'll wish you a happy weekend. We'll see you on Monday. Thanks, Jack Fortner, for being
welcome.
here. Have a great weekend, everybody.